Hello, everybody. This is Reed, also known as Hope Castle from Friday Night Bricks. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a run through of a game I love to play called Port Royal. So basically, the way it's played is, you have 2 to 5 players. We're going to play it with myself and these other dragons here. Each player would start off getting 3 gold coins. At the top of the card is the coin. It's a default of coins. And then basically what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through the cards real quick here. So we have a couple of the cards. We'll actually start with the mission cards. So the mission cards, your goal is to actually get missions. You want to get the missions. These are how many VP points, victory points you get. The first 1 to 12 points would win. To get the missions, you would actually have to get these cards to turn in. And so the mission plus, and if once you get this card, you'd actually get the gold pieces, which would go into your hand. So these would be the mission cards that could come up anywhere in the game. So basically we would stick those, and they have different icons on there, which would correspond to these cards here. Would correspond to the settler, which is 1 victory point and would go towards getting a bigger mission. Costs you 4 gold to get. The priest, 1 victory point, costs 4 gold, and then the captain, also 1 victory point. And so these would be the cards that are in the deck that you would actually purchase to try to get the mission cards. We're just going to go ahead and stick a couple of the mission cards in here. Already kind of shuffled this. We're just going to kind of shove these in here, and they'll just come in at some point during the game. So we're going to go over some of the cards real quick. So basically, this is, basically there's a harbor area. So basically, there are ships. There are 5 nationality of ships. So what we have is we have the American, we have Dutch. We have a Dutch flag. You've got a Spanish flag. You've got a British flag, American flag, and then a French flag. And each one has a different coin value. This is how you're going to trade. You're going to trade with these countries and get these coins, 1, 2, 3, or 4. But if you want to fight the ships, if you don't want them in the harbor, because if you match 2 cards, if you were to play 2 cards of the same, your turn is over regardless of what else is here. If you wanted to fight it and knock it out of the dock, you would need to have either your sailors or your pirates. And these would be more other cards you'd purchase. Your sailors would cost 3, 5, or 7 gold. They'd have different victory points, but they'd only count one sword. And this would be like a 2-sword one. You've got pirates also, 5, 7, 9 victory points, and they also have multiple swords. So if you had these 2 sitting in front of you, you could fight this ship, and it actually would leave the harbor even before it showed up. And so that's kind of the thing. And so we're looking at these ships, and we'll end up playing through a hand here real quick. Just want to kind of go over the cards here. We have a couple other cards here, and so we're just going to kind of go through these a little bit. We have the traders. So a trader card would be if you have these cards, if you buy these cards, it's 3 or 5 gold coins, different VP points, you would get 1 extra gold. So if you ended up having an American ship in the harbor, you would actually get 1 extra gold coin. So if this was 3, you'd actually get 4. Also, with the other cards that I showed earlier, there's a Jack of all trades, which counts towards any one of the different mission characteristics you would need. We have a Mademoiselle, and she's got obviously different victory points, but every card would cost 1 coin less, and they do have higher values. They do cost a little bit more. We have the governor. The governor would mean if you had a governor card sitting here, you could actually get 1 more card than what you'll get out of the harbor. Jester, if the harbor is empty when it comes to you, you would actually get 1 gold coin. The admiral, if there's 5 cards in the harbor, when it comes to you, you'd get 2 gold coins, and there's victory points. Jester, I had already mentioned that. Yep, there were different values. Now the tax cards would be whoever has the most amount of swords would get a gold coin, or the minimum amount of victory points would get a coin. But if you had 12 coins or more in your purse at the time, you would have to give up half of your coins. So we're just going to kind of go and throw these in the mix here real quick. I just kind of wanted to show the cards. And then what we'll do is we'll kind of play this, you know, a quick hand here and just kind of show how this kind of works. And the reason I'm kind of doing this is I'm hoping at some point, obviously this is being shot during the coronavirus type stuff, so I'm hoping that maybe at some point, if my friends wanted to play, we could maybe do a virtual game online, you know, via, you know, the message programs I have, Zoom, which I use, or whatnot, and we could play a virtual game. Up to 5 people, obviously. I have seating for 4 right now, obviously myself and these other ones. So basically, I will start. And so basically what you would do is you just flip cards in the harbor. Okay, so 4, you know, and I can't fight him, but he'd actually get me 4 gold coins. Now, the way it works is if you have up to 3 different sails, you get, I believe, 1. You get 1. You can take 1 card. If it's 4 flags, if you have 4 different flags, you get 2 cards. If you get 3 different flags or 5 different flags, you get 3 cards. The kicker is, if you get 2 of the same, you bust. Now the goal is you want to maybe also be able to buy stuff. So okay, so the sailor's here, and you kind of flip to where you want to flip, where you feel safe. Now if you get this guy, like this guy here, you can't fight him, no matter how many swords you have. So I've got 2 4s up here. You know what? Actually, we'll go 1 more. I'm not one of those guys that chance my luck too much. Sailor, we'll try it 1 more time. Okay, another sailor. So okay, so maybe I didn't shuffle these super well. I'm going to go ahead and flip 1 more. Okay, Dutch. So the kicker is you know you'll have 5 different nationalities. You want to be careful you don't get too many different cards here. So I'm just going to see if I can get the light in here a little bit, so it kind of one of those things. It doesn't look like it's zooming, but actually it's one of those things where maybe what I can do is, bear with me here. We're going to play with the tripod here a little bit here and try to get down in here so you can kind of see this a little bit better here. So there's some glare coming off the light here, and that's kind of what's kind of making it a little bit more interesting here. So let me see if I can get these where there's going to be a little less glare. So you've got, no, actually I think that made it worse. And for some reason I'm getting a lot of glare. So let me see if I can retweak something here to try and get a little less glare. Okay, well, I don't think that really helped too much. But this is a 4 French. Got a couple sailors down here. I guess, you know, this is kind of, this isn't all that great for that. So my glare is a little bit out of whack here. So, not super happy about that. Okay. Well, if I stopped right now, I could get, what I might do is I'll stop, I'll take the British ship. So he goes into the discard pile. I get 4 gold coins. And those are in mine. Now what it does is it goes clockwise around the table. So basically this person would probably be smart and want to probably take this card here. So what they do is they also get 4 gold coins. But because it's my turn, they have to give me a gold coin. And then that person would probably take 2. And then this goes in the discard pile. This person could buy one of these if they wanted to. You know, and it's one of those things where early on it might be nice to fight a ship. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show that example where they're going to buy it and they're going to take that. And then at this point now, the turn is over. The trading is over. The harbor's over, and everybody's done trading. So now it goes to this person's turn, and so this person would flip. And so they've got a British ship, 1. They got a French ship for 1 also, and they can't fight it off. French ship. So this would be, they can't fight it. Turn is over. 2 ships of the same nationality. 2 French ships showed up in the harbor. Turn is over. Discard pile. We go rotate over to this one. Trader, and there's a trader. If you have a British ship, you'd actually do that. Pirate. French for 2. And the thing is, though, once they bust, the turn is over. Nobody can purchase any cards after that point. Dutch for 4. And, you know, I'm not a challenging guy, so, I mean, we'll go one more just to see what happens. And see... Oh, we got Spain. Spanish is out there. So, there's 3 flags. Let's just go ahead and chance it. Oh, and we chanced it, and it busted again. Another Spanish, 2 Spanish ships. Probably shouldn't have busted, and in most cases, I probably wouldn't. You know, I'm just kind of those guys, I don't play it to where it busts too much. So, okay, so this turn here is Captain. Oh, look at that. We've got one of the icons for a couple missions. There's a mission card. So the mission card, once the mission card comes out, it just goes and sits in an area. Actually, we'll put it in an area where we can see it. So there's the mission card. Anybody can get it once they get the cards for it. Okay, tax time, 12. I know I only had like, I think I have 9. 4, I have 9. So max swords gets a gold coin. So technically, he's got the max swords. He gets a coin. Tax card goes into the discard pile. Still his turn. We're getting some mission cards. We got another trader card. He's going to go until he at least gets a ship. There's a ship. A 3. Yeah, we'll risk it again. He wants to maybe get a little bit more. And then maybe another one. Okay, Spanish. So at this point, we've been kind of batting pretty average. We busted a couple times. He's going to go ahead and take his 3 gold coins. He's going to go ahead and take the American ship. And then it's my turn. And so there's some, some mission cards out here that I could get. There's a mission here. Neither one of those will go towards that. Admiral. If there's more than 5 cards when it gets there, I get 2 gold coins. I'm going to go ahead and it's 3 victory points too. So basically, I think what I'm going to do, I could get that and get more, but then I'm at that tax. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to go ahead and pay 9 and get the Admiral card. So that's now part of my stuff. This person is going to go ahead and take the Spanish. They get 3, and actually it's my turn, so they actually pay me. They pay me 1. Goes over to this person. He's got 4. He could buy a card if he wanted to, a mission card. He's probably going to save it, and he doesn't. He's got 4. Neither mission card really is out there for that, so I think he's going to save 2. So we'll just go ahead and take those cards and go and throw them in the discard pile. Then we're going to go back over to this person here. So now it's rotating around. We've got a trader for the Dutch ships, a British ship for 1. No fighting. Another mission card came out, so I guess we could have started buying the mission cards. Captain, Jack of all trades. So that'd be one where you could buy, use it for any of the mission cards. British. Okay, so he busts. So we actually, because you're trying to get gold coins, so you generally go for the bigger ships. We're over to this one over here. American, a 2. American, and look at that. Right back to back. Obviously, didn't shuffle very well. It's a bust. We're over to this one. So Dutch, 3. A Mademoiselle. A French. Jester. A pirate. A Dutch. Actually, since this one, now this is where we've got it here. This person here is sailor. He has a sailor card that'll have one sword. This is a 1 sword. So, and actually, basically, it's battled and sent fleeing out of the harbor, so that he doesn't bust at that point. Another Mademoiselle. Another Admiral. And then an American at 3. And I think he's gonna. Actually, you know what? We've been busting a lot. He's gonna go ahead and take this. So he'll take the 3. So he'll take that. He'll take his 3 gold coins, and then it goes around. I'm gonna go ahead, since I don't have any money. I'm gonna go ahead and take the 3, but I get 2. He gets 1. That goes into the discard. Goes around to this guy. Let's see what he's got for money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 9 now too. And so I think what he'll do is he'll buy the pirate. It's 2 victory points. Costs 7 gold, but it gives him 2 swords to fight ships. 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, you know what? When you take a card, you pay whoever's turn it is. So actually, I did pay that guy, right? It was his turn. Yeah. So I took and gave him 1. So he's buying the card, so he's actually got to have 8. I might have messed that up on the earlier turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to cost him 7, but he pays the guy 1 for taking a card. And I might have missed that in previous rounds. If I did, I apologize. And hopefully everybody can kind of see these cards. So he's got obviously he's got the pirate with 2 swords, and it's 2 victory points. Okay. He's got 4. Nothing really. I mean, the trader cards are okay. Nobody's got enough money to really buy anything at this point. So we're going to go ahead and go done. Then we're going to go to my turn. Spanish, I don't have anything to fight with, so he's got to stay in there. A British, also a 1. A Jester, a British, and so I didn't fight anything, and I bust because I had two of the same nationality flag came out. I bust. My turn is over. We shift. It's over to here this turn. He's got a Spanish 2, and he's got a Dutch 2, and he could technically fight it, but it's up to you to see if you want to. Now, granted, you can fight it. It's only worth 2 gold. Might be a good one. If you don't fight it right away and another one comes out, you can't go back and fight it. So, I mean, we're going to go ahead and fight it. And a good thing, because another Dutch came out, but it's a 3, but it's 2 swords, but it's 3 gold, so you're probably going to want to keep it. Another mission card just popped out, so we'll throw that here in the corner. And then an American, 4 gold coins. And so it's one of those things where at this point, I mean, some people like to press their luck and try to get the 4 flags or the 5 different flags. And I guess if you were good at counting cards, you could figure out how many are out there. It says, I think, how many are there. So I think at this point, we're going to go ahead and this guy's going to quit. He's going to take his 4. So he gets 4. It's his turn. He's going to discard that. This guy's probably going to take the 3. He gets 2, throws 1 here. Then, of course, this guy gets 1. This guy gets 1. And then, of course, when it gets to me, there's no cards. I mean, if it had come to me and there was 5 cards, I'd get 2 coins. There's none left. His turn's over. It goes over to this person over here. Admiral comes out. And then a Spanish. And the Spanish, of course, here has the skull. It can't be fought. It's done for. So and we've got an Admiral. Admiral came out. So there's 2 Admirals on here. We've got a Trader for America. Should probably start doing that. Priest, a mission card for 4. I mean, he probably doesn't want to get 5 for me to be out there, but he probably would like to get more coins too. So he's going to go. Jester. If there's no cards like it was last time when it came to me, this person would get 1 gold coin. At that point, I think he's just going to quit. 1, 2, 3, 4 for this guy. I'm going to take that, throw that in the discard pile. He's hoping someone will buy it, something, so when it gets to me, there's not much. There's not 5. And so he's going to do that. This guy's going to help the guy. He's going to buy the priest card for 4. He still has a bunch in there. He's not going to be... I only have 3. I can't afford anything. This guy has some. I don't know if he's got enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and he's not going to want to buy anything because he would need the extra gold coin to actually buy it. So, and we're almost out of this deck. So, whose turn was it? It was his turn. And so it's his turn now. We've got a sailor. We've got a captain, another mission card. We've got a mademoiselle. That's another one that reduced how much it costs for stuff. A sailor. And he's probably trying to shoot to get a ship. There's a ship. There's a 1. He can fight it. It's a 2. He'll go ahead and fight it. We'll fight that. And then governor. Governor's the one where if you buy this card, you get to take 2 cards regardless of what's on the board here. Another governor back to back. Obviously didn't shuffle very well. Another settler. He's hoping for a ship. A sailor. There's a Spanish for 3. And at this point, he is sitting on 6 gold. And let's see what the mission cards are here. We've got a double priest, 1 of everything, and then 2 of this. And you can buy the mission cards anytime during turns, but it means you have to do it before you bust if you bust. He's going to go again, just see if maybe he can get that other priest card. A British 2, a sailor, another sailor. We'll just go to the end of the deck here, and a jack of all trades for 6. So basically, I think what he'll do, if he's got 6 on his turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what he'll do is he'll spend 6 into the discard pile. He's going to get the jack of all trades. He's going to take that and the priest, these 2 cards, and he's going to turn it in for this mission card. So he gets this mission card, which gives him 4 victory points. He also would get 2 gold. So basically what we'll do is we'll shuffle and give him 2 gold. And what happens, obviously, is when you're using these as gold coins too, what you do is you're actually losing cards from play. So you really don't know what's buried under here. There could be some really good cards there. And so he's got 5 victory points. We're just going to shuffle these real quick here. And he's going to get 2 gold because he did the mission card within his turn. Now it goes around the table. I'm going to go ahead and take the... I only have 3. I'm going to take the Spanish, so I get 2. He gets 1. That goes into the discard pile. Throw it at an angle so people know. And then it comes over to this person. He's got 7. Now, is there anything he would want? For 7 gold coins, he can only buy something that's 6 or less because you have to pay the person that. I think he's just going to take the British, so he'll take this one. So this one gets discarded. He gets 1. The other guy gets 1. It comes over to here. This person has lots of gold. You don't want to get too much gold because you want to make sure you don't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because you got to be careful of the tax man. Now what we're going to do is for 10, he's going to actually spend 9. Spend 9 and give the other guy 1. He's going to actually take the Mademoiselle cards. It's worth 3 victory points, and it reduces everything by 1 gold. So when he uses this on the next purchase, his stuff will cost 1 less gold. And so this must be this person's here. And then that's it, because... oh, you know what? Whose turn is it? His turn? Oh, you know what? And I took stuff, but I forgot to take my 2 gold coins for... There were more than 5 cards in the harbor when I... And this is considered the harbor when it was my turn. I forgot to take that because I did own that card. So we've basically played through a whole deck of cards there. That would be... And so you would play until someone gets to 12 points. And so if anybody wants to play... If anybody wants to play this while we're, and I'll come back over here. If anybody would love to play this game with me, doing like a virtual one through the Zoom or whatever that I have, definitely let me know. I do stream Friday nights, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time on the Hope Castle YouTube channel, hopefully the one where you found this video. And basically, I stream for 4, 5, 6 hours, however long it does. Maybe we can play this during the stream this week or whatever. But obviously, it's one of those things where it's actually kind of cool. So we've got a good game going here. There are some high victory points already out there, which is kind of cool, happening pretty quick. And then if people play, it's one of those things where you can chance it to see, how many ships you can get. So let's see, what do we got here? We got a ship there. That's a Spanish. We're just going to go and see. Oh, seeing that one was another Spanish. That'd be a bust right off the bat. So. Some people try. I know I played with my nephews and niece, my nephews at least, and they have actually gone and lucked out and gotten, 4 or 5 ships, and it's just like, so it's the matter of the shuffle. Is it shuffle in a way you can get lots? That's kind of the thing. But if anybody's interested in definitely playing, definitely let me know, and we'll go from there. But this is a good game. I like this game, and this is probably the easiest game to play where there's no sleight of hand. The deck is here. I'm flipping cards. There's no real way to cheat. Obviously, I'm going to have to work on getting my camera to be a little bit more detailed towards the cards. That might be something I might have to work on a little bit here. I'll play with that with my cameras and see if I can zoom in a little bit or whatnot. Or like I said, I might have to just, as I'm flipping cards, I might have to just kind of, put it up to the camera as we put it, and then just kind of set it down on the table into the harbor and just kind of see what happens, and that might be something where we just kind of do. The goal obviously is to have the deck. See, there's like an American for 3, 2. It's like a Mademoiselle. So basically, probably what I would have to do is have the deck kind of move the mission cards into where they're at, Have the card sitting here where you can see I'm not playing sleight of hand. We'll flip it, we'll pull one up. You know, Admiral. Actually, you know, I'm sitting in the wrong spot here. I'll have to slide this guy over. Okay. So like the Admiral, you know, he's worth 2 victory points. You throw him in there, and then we've got a bunch of stuff. And you know what? We're just going to go see how we can get here. And there's a Dutch. Right there, that would be a bust. And so it's kind of those things where there's 2 Dutch flags. But it's one of those things where it's a cool game. And I'm just saying, if anybody wants to play, let me know. Might try some other games I've got, other board games, whatnot. Some are harder to do like this, but with the coronavirus and we're trying our social distancing. Also, what I'll do is I'll put the Port Royal rules, the link to Steve Jackson Games, where I actually purchased my copy. And therefore, you can read over the rules too if I missed anything. But yeah, so it actually would be called, like, you know, obviously the discovery phase where we're discovering the ships. You know, your mission cards. Obviously, trade and hire would be when we're trying to, you know, trade with the vessels or hire people. You know, and that's, you know, one of those things that's actually a fun part of the game. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully maybe might be able to see a couple of these games happen live on one of my Friday streams. We'll see.